Welcome to Emerge and Thrive, where we explore inspiring stories of reinvention, growth, and thriving in life's next chapters. With spring in the air, it's the perfect time to talk about renewal, and today's guest embodies that beautifully. Join us in welcoming Charene Potts, an inspiring journey from educator to designer, and trust me, everything in between. Charene is currently a designer for Church and Mills Interior Design in Vienna, Virginia, where she's bringing her passion for interiors to life. Welcome, Charene. It's so nice to see you in this capacity. We're like mama friends on most of the days.
That's right. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to share my journey.
Oh, I love that. So, Charene, your journey is fascinating. We've talked on the sidelines of basketball games. Can you tell me a little bit about your background from broadcast journalism to multiple languages and now interior design?
So I got my undergraduate degree in broadcast journalism and Romance languages.
Yes.
And I spent 9 years as a foreign language teacher.
Exact. And one of the top schools here in the
Georgetown Day
DSC.
School.
Exactly.
That is correct. But I always loved interior design. And while we were living in California, I decided to formalize my passion for it by going back to school.
Oh, I love that.
And studying
She had to go back to school for this.
That's right, in my late 30s.
Oh my goodness.
And I had my third child while I was back in school, but I pushed through, and with the help of my husband, extended family, hired help, I was able to finish. And now I work at Church and Mill Interior Design in Vienna, Virginia.
I love that. And her passion, you can see, is so amazing as she kind of brings that and she talks about it and she brings it to all of us that know nothing about interior design. And my question to you is, how has that impacted your day-to-day life as a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as a friend?
So what I've discovered is I can't do it all at the same time.
Yes.
So I have to prioritize. So first I would say I work really hard at maintaining balance in my own personal life.
Yes.
I try to take care of myself.
Yes.
I try to walk every day. My dog makes sure that
yes.
I do that.
Exactly.
I try to eat right, exercise, and make time for friends.
Yeah.
I schedule a massage every month.
Oh,
because
yes.
Financially, that might not be feasible for everyone, but I encourage all moms to find something that helps you to reset yourself, because you can't pour into other people if you are depleted.
100%.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. And we talk a lot about like fresh beginnings. You said you went back to school later. You were already on your third child when you decided to do that. Now, how can we incorporate design in our house to kind of inspire that change within our household?
So the first thing you have to think about when you're designing a space in your home is feel and function, all right? How do you want a space to feel, and how do you want it to function? And I do this in my own home, and I do this for clients as well. You want to create a vibe in your space.
I love the vibes.
That's
right.
The
vibes.
So figure out if you want it to be dark and moody or light and airy, and that will determine the choices you make. Also think about how you want it to function. If this is a place that is going to take abuse from your kids, your pets,
3 kids and
your spouses,
yes.
right, or significant others, make sure that you're choosing things that are going to be sturdy, that are easily cleanable. And then I would say the next thing you want to think about is proportion. You want to make sure you're choosing furniture and window treatments, for example, or rugs that are the right size. Not too big, not too small. And lastly, balance. You want to balance textures, silhouettes. You don't want your room to be one note, just like you don't want your life to be one note.
Yes.
You want to be interesting. So vary the types of materials you use in your space and vary the silhouettes, right? You don't want everything up on legs, and you don't want everything squat to the ground.
Oh,
so
I love that.
Vary the shapes in your life and bring some interest and bring some uniqueness to your space that reflects you and your family.
I love that. And in multiple versions of who you're going to be, especially
exactly
with
right.
spring and spring renewal. What are 2 quick things that you can tell somebody right now that they can do if they're a little bit on a budget?
Change your lighting or your light bulbs. A lot of times I see this blue light in people's homes.
Yes, not good for your skin, ladies.
Not terrible for your skin. You want warm lighting. So around, just look at the back of the bulb, the box, and if it says 2700 Kelvin, that is what you want.
Okay.
You want a warm white light.
Warm
so do
white.
that. that is a cheap way to change the feel of your space and stay away from the blue light.
I absolutely love that. Remember everybody, Charene, thank you so much for your inspiring journey today. Remember those warm lights, ladies. We're going to put that in our show notes on our YouTube channel. And I want everybody to thank Charene for being here today and your life's transitions and your incredible growth and creativity, and for good lighting. I really appreciate that. Where can people find you?
So come see us at the corner of Church and Mill Street in Vienna, Virginia.
Oh, and we're going to be there. Remember, spring is the perfect time for renewal, and as Charene has shown us, it's never too late to redesign your path. Life doesn't end at 40. In fact, it's where the best journeys often begin. Until next time, take care and keep thriving.